Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria. You guys, today we have something that I honestly did not think they would come out with. I don't know why I thought that. I just didn't think there was much more you could do with this particular palette, but they came out with a part 2 of the Clay Play palette. Now, many of you, well, any of you that have been here for a hot minute will remember I did a review on this palette when it first released. This is the volume 1 right here, and it had just all matte and like 3 nice toned out contour bronzy kind of colors, and then all matte eyeshadows in little trios to just like do a real quick easy matte eye look. I pretty much came for this palette as hard as you possibly could. For $46, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, no, I'm sorry, but no. So I saw them launch another one and I was like, you guys are tempting me. You're tempting me to bring out the mean page. And the mean page don't like to be mean. But like, come on. When you want to charge me $46 for that palette. And it wasn't that anything was bad quality. I just honestly didn't feel like it was worth $46. I'm like, there is no versatility in this palette. You can't do anything with it. You're calling it an eye and cheek palette and it's all brown. How can you do that? So then they come out with volume 2. First of all, look at this unicarton. Is this not beautiful? Like, I love the palm trees. I love everything about it. The unicarton on the other one matched, again, the outside of the Clay Play Volume 1. And so I just thought it was so cool that they mixed it up and went with this design. And then I opened the palette. No, that's number 2. They made them look the freaking same. I'm like, what possessed you? Did you just like have extra of these laying around? And you're like, oh, you know what we should do to use up all these extra packages? Oh my God, why don't we just make another volume and charge it $46 or whatever? And then we'll put it in this really cool packaging and make this be totally different. Like, they don't even match, okay? I'm sorry. I was so annoyed because now I'm like, what if you have both? How are you you're gonna have to physically open both in a drawer full of makeup to try, just a pet peeve. Make them look different, come on. Spend an extra $1 and make the packaging look this cool. Cause I think this is awesome, I love this. But this, I'm over it, we've seen it before. Anyways, so now let's open it up. Now that we've appropriately grilled the entire outside of it. I was actually really pleased when I opened this palette initially. This time around, they went with actually a full face. Shook to the core. You guys, they have all 3, again, the same 3 like trio setups for different eye looks that you can do. It's a quick, simple, easy eye. And then up here, you actually do have contour or bronze and blush and highlight. Whoa, mind blown. Eye and cheek palette. Wow, that is awesome. Already, I would say that this one is better than the other one, and all I've done is swatch, and I already think it's that much better. Again, just because the other one I felt like it wasn't versatile, you still needed a blush, you still needed a highlight, you still needed any kind of color for your eyes if you wanted any kind of color. And this one, they were like, okay, you get an all over, in each set, in each trio, which you'll see up close, they give you an all over lid color, 3 all over lid colors, because we're all different skin tones, spoiler alert. And then they give you what you can be using as a crease color, as well as a shimmer to like go over top of your lid and make it happy, or you can just stick with the lighter tones and do an all matte look still. Me personally, I do feel like this palette is already an edge up on that one. I'm curious to use it and see if I feel the same way, but at least I know that this palette you could travel with and have what you need here, whereas again, the other one you could not. Let's move on to the swatches for this guy and then let's put them on a face. I just got it on my dang shirt. First, these first 3 right here are the face or cheek palettes right here. You have the bronzer in the shade Terracotta, Desert for a blush, and Timber for a highlight, which is actually very beautiful. Then we jump down to the first 3 trio set. We have the shade Journey, Stone, and Solstice, which is almost the same color as my skin, so you probably can't see it that well. The second trio starts off with Dunes, Smoke, and Sand. Then the last one is Ember, Onyx, and Instinct. And that is the entire palette. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna bust out the eyelid primer, and we are going to set it with the shade Solstice, which again is that lighter all over lid shade. Why, Paige, stop doing this in the view. This is me trying to apply makeup using the viewfinder. Don't ever do that. That's a horrible decision. What is on my nose? How did I get brown dots on my nose? Well, now that all over lid shade is absolutely perfect. Like, it's the perfect match for me. I love it. Okay, I'm actually testing out some other brushes. These are from BH Cosmetics. I have wanted to try their brushes, see if they are super low quality or what the deal is. So I'm gonna go in today with their, I think this is like their rose quartz set or something like that. I plan on doing a brushes video when I've tried out a suitable amount, and I really want to go through like some of the major contenders, what I love, what I don't love. So stay tuned for that, because I will be testing brushes pretty frequently from here on out, just to tell you guys what I think, what's affordable, what you need, and what you don't. But for now, we are gonna go in with this number. This is a number 9 or a number 6. I'm thinking it's a 6. And now I was trying to decide like what I wanted to do, and one of you actually requested that I do like an easy eye, quote unquote, with just like a crease color, a shimmer, and like that's it, but just like a super easy daytime eye. So I thought that this would be a cool opportunity, because obviously that's kind of all this palette is light shades and shimmers. You know, it's nothing too intense, too dramatic. I thought that this would be a cool opportunity to try that out for that one subscriber that asked about it, and I'm sure that that the rest of you are curious as well. So if I were to say like, hey, I just want a crease and a shimmer and a really quick look, the way I would go about that would be to say, I want a buildable crease color, because I want to decide when that color stops. I want to pick a color that I get to decide how far it goes and how dark it gets. So for me, I would probably, oh, that's just so hard, only pick a couple, Paige. Just because yesterday I did another palette and it looked very similar, I'm not going to go with the middle set. I think I'm actually going to go with the first set, which is very similar, very monochromatic, and it's just, again, this guy right here, this guy is the shimmer on the all over lid, which is perfect, and I already set my eye with the first color. Normally this is not the kind of look I go for, you guys know that, but I do think that it's kind of important to showcase this kind of stuff as well. Definitely tap your brushes off. There is a lot of kick with these. So then you're just gonna go in with your crease color here. This brush is way too small for what I need. Like way too small. Alright, I lied. I think this was a Morphe brush at one point, but I ripped the name wore off. But I'm gonna go in with this fluffy guy, because I don't have a brush that's fluffy. There we go. That's fluffy and big enough for my big old crease. Now, the one thing that I told you guys before that I will reiterate as we build is you can see that the color on this is continuing to transform, and that is the one like advantage or pro to going with a lighter shade that builds, because it's like you went in with 2 or 3 shades, when really you can just manipulate the same shade and make it darker or lighter depending on what you're going for. Now again, I have hooded eyes, so I actually am going to add, I know, big shocker, I'm going to add just a tiny, tiny bit of the shade Ember, which is this darker brown right here, just to the outer V / upper hooded area right here, because that is literally the one thing I have that helps my eyes look open. It's the tiniest little extra step, but if you have hooded eyes, girl, makes a huge difference in how open your eyes look. Like, look at the difference and the definement. It's insane. Literally, you guys, an extra 10 seconds and it makes such a big difference. Okay, so next up, we're gonna go in with that shimmer color, and I love this color so much. Here, that's a horrible. This guy right here. It's just beautiful. It has like this orangey kind of ambery undertone. So we're just gonna go in with that stone shade right there, and we're gonna pop it on. Again, I wet my brush just so I can really get a lot of Shazam out of it. When you're not doing a ton or putting a ton on your eyes, it's always best to like make sure that you get as much bang for what you are putting on as you possibly can. Why is this like not showing up? I feel like that's like not going anywhere. I'm going to try the shade Smoke next to it, which is like a lighter, whiter kind of shimmer color, and we're just going to pop that over top on the entire lid. There we go, that's better. For some reason the other one just does not show up on me very well. It was manipulating okay, it just wasn't showing up. And again, you want to have a good pop if you're going to go this route. And now I'm going to go in with the number 7 from the Rose collection, and I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that darker shade Ember, the one that we put on the outer V, and I'm going to blend that area with that shimmer, because, you know, just because you're not using a lot of colors does not mean you don't want it blended, honey. boom, and then you just deepen up that outer side. You guys, one of my biggest tricks to getting like a polished makeup look in like a really quick second is taking like a flatter end fluffy brush like this, dipping it in the dark, and just like stamping it on the outside right here, and just going dook dook dook, and then dook 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 on the outside, and it just really pulls an entire look together, and it takes like 10 seconds. And then if you don't like, for some reason, actually that faded beautifully, but if you don't like the fade between the two, all you do is go in with a little bit of whatever that lid color was, and you just kind of smooth it back out until you like that gradient look. But you're not adding any extra colors. This is still just the 3 colors that I originally put on. Nothing extra, it's just all about how you manipulate them. Now I'm actually going to leave the bottom lash line of this alone. I want it to have like that same chill, kind of calm look. I have a feeling that's what that subscriber was after. That's what I want to still kind of give you. Let me zoom out a little bit, and then we're going to just hit our face with some of these face colors. Yes, please. All right, now for bronzer. Okay, I'm not going to take the time to dig for the brushes in the BH kit. I'm going to go in with my normal bronzer slash contour kind of brush here. I'm just going to tap into that, and we're going to go. Warm up that skin. P.S. It was already pretty warm because I went in with one of my, like, I love this one foundation, okay? And I love the way it looks on my face. I love the way it wears. I love the way it smooths over my pores. But that friggin' foundation, you guys, is literally, it's so not my skin tone. It's pathetic how much it's not my skin tone. So, like, do I maybe shape tape half my face to make it look like it's my skin tone? Mm-hmm. Do I care? No. Doing it. I'm living that life. Just going to go in with my Carroty blush brush here, and we're going to dip into that middle shade, Desert, for Cheat. Holy, there is a lot of color there. Ooh, hello. How you doing? Pretty cheek color, yes. Look at that versus that. Ooh, girl, dead alive. Huh. Oh my gosh. Now, again, anytime I do this, it's already pretty intense. I go over with a big brush, and I just kind of smush it all together a little, because, girl, it needs it. Hello, snatched face. All right, now it's time for the moment of fun. The highlight, y'all. I'm just going to go in with this big old fan brush here. Okay, the fan brush was a little too big. Whatever. Oh. Okay, and that's even, like, not on a right brush. Yes. Yes, queen. You better shape up or you're shipping out. Yes. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. And this is like such a nice golden undertone for a pasty person, because it's hard when you're super pale to find golden undertoned highlights that work for you. This is gorgeous. Okay, listen, palette. How am I supposed to hate you for being expensive when you have that gorgeous, like, look at the, oh god. If I'm having a lone, lonely, cold day in the office, and my highlight doesn't catch my eye and make me go, oh, then it's not enough. That highlight has to bring me out of an upset slump or a bad phone call. Oh yes, you girl, you know that's about to be my brow bone highlight. Ooh. We're going to go with that tiny little brush, the number 9 that I didn't think I had a use for. We're going to pop that highlight on that brow bone. Oh, girl. Watch me shimmer, watch me glimmer. Watch me live my best highlight life. Alright, y'all, time for some liner and some mascara. Liner, mascara, liner, mascara. Look at my highlight, liner, mascara. Be right back. Alright, you guys, I did go ahead and I finished everything up. I actually, for this look, because the eyes were so, like, natural-esque, I had 2 different thoughts, and that's kind of why it looks a little bit funny. I thought, okay, and again, don't make fun of me too hard. The eyes. I didn't do a tight rim liner on top. I wanted the eyes, if you look just at my eyes, okay, to retain like a very natural kind of calm, chill quality. At the same time, and that's a plus to this, whenever you do an eye that's this simple and this like easy breezy, you don't have to do much. I just did a little tight rim liner like on the upper, a little bit on the bottom, and mascara. Like, you don't have to worry with a felt tip liner and getting in there and doing all this. You don't need to, because the look doesn't call for it, which is awesome. The other thing about doing like a more simple eye that is fantastic is the ability to rock a super super fun, more glam, more intense lip, which I am wearing the new ColourPop. I don't, well, it's not new, but it's the Ultra Satin Lip, and this was from this collection, the Femme Rosa ColourPop. I don't know. It's one of these, and it is in the shade Darling, and it is so beautiful. Again, it's an ultra satin. This one does have a little bit of a different texture than I'm used to with their ultra satins, but I don't hate it. It just feels a little bit sticky, but I'm sure that'll go away over time. But I wanted to show you those two things. You can go a little more intense with the lip. You can also go natural. You can go glossy. You can go nude lip liner gloss. Like, there's so many different things and variances you can have when you do a more calm eye like this. And so part of the reason that I loved that this one subscriber, I don't remember who it was, and I didn't take the time to go look, and I'm sorry about that, but this one subscriber, I love that you commented to do this kind of a look, because it's something that I don't do very often. And then if I do end up going this route, I don't ever talk about the advantages to doing it, why I do what I do, why I put the color where I put the color, and just, you know, how easy it really is to look put together in a matter of a couple shades and a couple steps and things like that. So I hope that this was helpful to you guys. As far as my final thoughts and review of this, see, I just picked up the wrong palette. This isn't even the palette. It's this palette. Wow. Gee, it's like they're so different. The pros and cons to this palette I'm going to weigh out. Obviously, it's $46. That's kind of a con. That's like $50 after tax. That's not cheap. The pros to this palette that the other one didn't have, it has the option for matte and shimmer on the lids. Huge plus. It has a blush and a highlight. Huge plus. Huge. I love that. You can actually now create a full face with this palette. Every aspect of this palette I really love as far as the quality goes. The skin tones and everything, or the colors in here, are a great match for my personal skin tone. The contour, I'm sorry, the bronzer shade, it's a little bit warm for me, but even at that, I can make it work. So for my skin, if you are a fair person, this is going to work out for you. Downside, unfortunately, it's not going to work out for everybody. The highlight might, the blush maybe, but this isn't dark enough for just every skin tone. So there's a lot of facets to this that are only going to work for a light to medium complexion. But with that being said, as far as overall aesthetic, I do think that this is a better buy than the first Clay Play palette. I think that that one had a good market and a good matte overall, but it's not defining enough. It didn't set itself apart. This one has a lot more to offer you, so if you had to pick one and that one's not on sale, definitely go this route. In my opinion, $46 is still a little steep. I might wait for this one to come on sale before I purchase it, you know, or get some kind of a deal on it, because I still feel, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just because I'm cheap, but if you had to pick one, or you're looking for an all-over face palette, an easy to use, an easy like daytime eye kind of situation, this guy is a great choice. Now yesterday, or in yesterday's video rather, we reviewed the Shape Your Moneymaker palette by Tarte, and I mentioned that this guy was $32, and I was like, are you kidding me? Okay, for this right here. Now look at the similarities, and again, Tarte has like 3,000 palettes that are all the same, but look at the similarities between these two palettes. And this is 32 and this is 46. And if you have like a coupon, or this ever goes on sale, you will get this for almost the same, if not cheaper than this. Give it a couple months, it'll go on sale. The other one did, like I said, $18. And what's awesome is that when I do them side by side like this, you can really see, like, you're getting literally almost the exact same eyelid colors. A better, in my opinion, a better highlight and a better brown color for the contour / bronze. So I don't know. This one for 32, I told you guys I thought was absolutely stupid. This one for 46, I'm a little on the fence. What do you guys think? Is it worth it? Is it not? I do think it is better than the other one, which if I didn't show you, I want to do a side by side so you can see the difference. So this is the Clay Play one. This is the one I used today. I just want to give you guys an up close, so maybe, my God, these are so awkward to hold. But that way you guys can really see the differences. The plus side to the Volume 1 collection that it did have the advantage of was, I feel like this one could meet so many other skin tones. It had all these different shades for contour and for cutting and doing that kind of thing. It had lots of different lid manipulation shades. Granted, they were all matte, but it had a better variety that could have suited more skin tones. Whereas this one, I feel like it really only markets to a certain, you know, skin tone range. but it does have a lot more things you can do with it as far as creating a full face versus the other one. In my opinion, I do think it's better, which I didn't expect to say. I honestly thought I would hate them both the same, so that's a plus. You guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe down below. Tell me what you think. Is it worth the money? Is it not? If you have played with the other one, the volume 1, whether you waited for it to go on sale, like myself, or if you bought it and you just love it, tell me what you love and why, and just leave it all down there. Tell me what you think. What you think. Is this something you're looking at? Something you've been pondering? For some reason, on the Tarte website, or the Ulta website, this volume 2 only had 3.5 stars out of 5, but like none of the reviews would show up on my phone. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't know why, but someone's giving it a bad rap somewhere, and I'm curious. So if that was you, please tell me why you don't like it. You guys, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. I can't say that enough. Is my nose running right now? What is this? Nope, just a hair, Paige. Just a hair. I'm like, what is that? And then I'm like, what's poking my hand? It's a hair. Okay, you guys, have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. And I hope that you enjoyed this super basic eye, because I kind of did. It's a nice, fun change. Granted, my lips look too dark, so I might have to go fix that, but have a good one, guys. Bye. Do, 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 do. Volume 2.